good evening, good morning, good night, you lovelies. It is the one, the only Cappy D Bar, and we are here to talk about a very special artist, all right? One that likes to refer to himself as a boy and a god, and for some reason, a number. We're talking about Drizzy Drake, all right? This guy has sat here and he has put out at least 3 hours of content that has not constituted in an album, all right? Unlike Chris Brown, all right, he can take as many drugs as he wants and put out as much mediocre music as he needs to, but he will not release a goddamn album, not for the life of him, all right? Now, I think we're all pretty familiar with some of Drake's antics, all right, in 2024, okay? You don't gotta, make light of it or anything, but it's pretty obvious that you could say Drake had a pretty bad year. And as a result of him having such an awful fucking year, he has been forced to reconcile with his fan base in the terms of music, right? Since his loss to Kendrick Lamar, he has put out about 40 tracks. Maybe 5 of them have charted, and they haven't hit anything longer than about 4 to 10 weeks, which is a pretty short stunt for Drake, surprisingly. That Party album was like really okay, but I mean, he tried stuff with like Camila Cabello, and then I think he even tried shit with like Bad Fucking Bunny or something like that. Listen, he really just kept swinging for the fences and he couldn't hit anything, all right? Now, am I surprised that he couldn't hit anything? Not really. And I don't think any of you should be either, right? Drake has been trying to chase this mystique, this kind of, high class echelon of rapper for a while now. This goes all the way back to when him and Jay were having a little bit of back and forth, right? This only comes in one simple, this can only give us one simple conclusion on the mind state, all right, of one Lawbury Graves, all right? He's scared, all right? He is fearful that this next album will not perform to the likes that he needs it to, or simply that it won't match GNX. Because I guarantee you, nobody in that fucking camp knew that GNX was going to be coming when it came, and that it would take over the fucking streets like it did. I think some songs from GNX are quite literally still in Billboard. I can double check it if I need to, but there is a lot of success that came from one side of the aisle, from the battle, and not a lot of from the other side. And Drake sees that, all right? It's as clear as day. He has to make a move, and realistically, he can't make any moves, right? After you put out the videos, you do the whole Pinocchio, he's lying to me, Crody, he's lying on me, Crody, everyone out here is a Ute dem, right? After you tried all that and that didn't fucking go anywhere, you tried the Party album, right? And that was just very lackluster, all right? You even tried to be funny with the Wagwan Delilah. It's like nothing has worked for this fucking guy. It has just been failed attempt after failed attempt after failed attempt after failed attempt. And that brings us to Iceman, okay? Now, a lot of people theorized, is he talking about the X-Man? That would be interesting and creative. He's not talking about that. Is he talking about the mobster? Who knows? Why he's doing mob ties after getting smacked around by a nigga who's 5'7"? Couldn't tell you why he's choosing to do that, but that's neither here nor there. My point that I'm trying to get to is Drake doesn't have any direction. He doesn't have any focus, okay? Realistically, them TDE niggas and them West Coast niggas put real feet and paws on you, and now we're sitting here just licking in the aftermath, all right? Just healing our wounds, trying to get back into this owl season that you keep telling your fans about, all right? Does anyone remember that AI generated photo that he posted, like a Wing Wong, all right? He posted this fucking picture talking about some, all right, the war's over, back to summertime crodies, and now we're sitting here and Iceman has no track list. All right, it doesn't even have a release date. Realistically, it's just gonna come out whenever it comes out. Now, let's be honest. Today's December 1st. Wake up. It's the first of the motherfucking month. This should be, realistically, where we're going to be getting an Iceman, the first month of winter, right? That would be an amazing rollout, right? But guess what? There hasn't been any production for that, all right? And even looking on some of the topics that we're going to be getting to with this fucking weird ass Complex interview that they do over email, like this nigga's like Prince or some shit. It's so fucking weird, right? This interview, it highlights, Drake is the master of the secret artistic release. And as I'm reading this, I'm like, bro, when was Drake's last good, highly fucking anticipated release? And then you think about it, oh yeah, it was the Heart Part 6.
Over today and I was like, mother,
do y'all remember the Heart Part 6?
Mother, way you say you got molested. Ah, fuck me, I just made the whole connection.
Yeah, because I do. I remember that shit vividly. Listen, I just want to be as honest as we can be, right? There's not a lot going forward from Drake, all right? And it really just boiled down to him not being creative. He doesn't have anything in the tank. He doesn't have anything in the tank because he gave all of it out with that stupid red button troll, okay? There is no red button. There never was a red button. But he kept pumping up the idea that he had something in his chamber, all right? Such as with fucking Jay-Z and Nas. They kept going back and forth and they kept egging on the idea of somebody having something on somebody. But guess what? It didn't really boil down to somebody having anything. It all boiled down to who had better lyrics, all right? Nobody thinks about Jay-Z apologizing for the fucking baby seat line, all right? All people think about is fuck Jay-Z. You got dick sucking lips. They think of the ether beat, right? These are things that have memorialized themselves in pop culture, right? And these kind of things cannot just be forgotten by the wayside with hype and aura moments, right? You didn't have a red button, and then you put a fucking lawsuit out. Okay, there is no more artistic rollouts for you, brother, man. Okay, Pusha T and fucking Clips sat here and just walked all over their fucking year right after Kendrick got done with GNX. And then let's not even talk about Tyler, because if you want to really do the head math, Tyler ain't fucking with you either. We gotta go all the way back to fucking Metro Boomin. The only nigga who you have at your side right now is Thug. All right, Cash sent money to Thug. Bank sent money to Thug. Baby sent money to Thug. Drake sent crazy bankroll to Thug. But UMG ain't saying no money to Drake. Let's make it make sense, folks. Let's make it make sense. Listen, there is a lot happening when it comes to this Drake rollout because there's a lot happening to this rollout because there is no rollout. So there are so many aspects that need to be deliberated on and figured out now, okay? Because if it flops, it's going to be a result of no production, no marketing, and that's going to be a causality of, drum roll, the fucking lawsuit, right? That everyone said he should have just put against Kendrick, but realistically, putting something like that against Kendrick, it just makes you look like a fucking sucker, right? And then even the judge sitting here and saying that all uses of rap battle is like, okay, like you're not going to sit here and try to police a rap battle. It's like, brother, like you even having to get read that, like Drake, that's bad, bro. It's really, really, really fucking bad. I mean, listen, I don't even want to sit here and discuss the fucking episodes because, folks, what were the episodes? Can anyone tell me what the episodes really were? Like, honestly, what the fuck were those episodes? Were they entertaining? Like, the beats were fine, I guess. I mean, like the concept of Pinocchio in its entirety, it's not a bad idea, but when you think about the artistic level of it, what does it mean? Does it mean that Kendrick's a liar? Does it mean that UMG is puppeteering the TDE narrative? What is it? What does it boil down to? Or are you really just trying to be interesting? Is this like Iceman? All right, one of these videos with Central C, and he's had a couple of videos like what did I miss and like which are just like duds. Those are fucking duds. We don't got to talk about them. They were catchy for what they were, but even like some of like those lyrics, like Central C saying, "I got X if you want to make love." Why does the woman need to be intoxicated for you to fuck her? That's not weird. That's not weird to anybody. Like I got drugs if you want to take drugs. Like, okay, like it's weird, bro. Drake's infatuation with being around women who can like not form coherent sentences, it's scary. Like, it's every other fucking word. It's like, I got pills, she's on pills, she's fucking drugged up, she can't talk, I got this drugged up bitch on my plane. It's like, it's weird. It's very, very concerning, bro. It's like every other fucking song, that's all he talks about. You know what I mean? I don't get it. I don't get it at all, right? But saying all this to say, there is a lot to his music that has not went anywhere. And now he's doing this fucking interview kind of as a fail-safe, meaning that if anything goes wrong with the rest of this rollout, he's just gonna point to this interview and say, hey man, I told y'all that the internet was fucked up. I told y'all I was having a bad day. I told you that the coffee man was late that Tuesday. Come on, y'all can't put all the blame on me. But this nigga Kendrick goes out, and mind you, Kendrick still hasn't released that Body song that he previewed GMX with. Not cool, not GNX, not cool with that, Kendrick. But Kendrick has at least released music and has done a couple of videos. What the fuck has Aubrey done except put a fucking lawsuit out? All right, and it's disappointing, right? Because the first shot sent across the bow, all right? The first ever shot, right? Joe Budden send a shot across the bow. Drake left it alone. He paid it no mind. He went on to do Superstardom. Fucking what was that song? Right? Oh, we talking teams? Oh, we talking teams, right? There was a lot of up high moments for Drake, right? But it seems like after Pusha T sent that shot off, he was never the same. He was never the same. He released Scorpion, and it was sloppy because there was two sides to it, and there was like a tough guy side and a soft guy side, but the soft guy was the person really driving the ship because, you know, Jay Prince told him to calm all that tough shit down. He calmed it down, and it was very just messy. All right, everything about that entire Pusha T feud, it was a mess, right? It really did fuck up Drake's entire reputation when it came to beefs, right? Because even the Meek Mill thing, right? Meek Mill put the knife in the fucking chest of Drake with the whole Ghost Riders thing. He has never been able to shake that, and he probably will never be able to shake that as long as he continues to make music. All right, people will never consider Take Care to be his album. That's Abel's album. And it's going to be like that until the end of time, right? It seems like Kendrick really delivered a killing blow with that freaky ass nigga, you was 69 God. It seems like that was it. That's all it took for this nigga Drake to just climb into a hole of a secludedly, right? Like that's all it took for him to just climb into a fucking hole and just seclude himself, right? He has just been releasing songs, hiding himself away from the public for almost an entire year now. Almost an entire year, he has just been hidden off from the public, right? He tried to do that whole thing in Australia. That thing flopped miserably. It flopped miserably, and that's because Drake doesn't have his fucking heart in it, right? And it really doesn't mean that Drake cannot perform on his next hypothetical album, right? It just means that the effort that he has to put in has to exceed anything he's ever done before. He has to literally break all boundaries if he wants to actually do something meaningful with this next project, because all we've gotten so far is some really weird, odd lyrics about women being drugged up, and then there's a couple of fucking features, like he has a song with Yeet. Ooh, Yeet. Ooh, you guys interested? You guys happy to see Yeet and Drake on the same stage together? Oh, didn't think so. Listen, maybe that's personal taste for me, but I think there's a reason that Wayne wasn't on that Drake album. I think there's a reason that Wayne isn't anywhere next to Nicki right now. I think there's a reason that Nicki isn't even tagging Drake in anything when it comes to Twitter, anything when it comes to new music, because there's nothing there. Young Money and Cash Money are dead. You guys remember when that, I think it was Cash Money versus, I forget who it was, Cash Money versus somebody. I think it was like Master P's team. And Birdman just took an entire minute out of the speech to say, Cash Money will never die. Young Money will never die. And it's very haunting to hear that when you know some of the stories of Cash Money, and you know how some people were kept in those death row like contracts, and now we're hearing everything about Drake with UMG. We're seeing how Nicki can't even fucking drop a music video, right? Either she can't or she won't, maybe because she can't physically create music at the part where niggas want to hear it, or maybe she can't because all the contracts with Cash Money, Universal, and fucking everyone else has just gotten muddied, right? It is awful. It is an awful fucking place to be right now if you're a creator. And it's really terrible to even be signed to a label right now with all this nut shit going on with fucking sample disagreements and fucking distribution rights sitting here getting revoked any other second of the day. Listen, a lot of shit can go up in the air for Drake, and it does seem like this lawsuit paired with this loss, it was a loss on both ends, really, right? I mean, he lost the lawsuit, he lost to Drake. I mean, listen, bro, it's bad when Rick Ross can get meaningful, actual points off on a rap beef with you, all right? Listen, we have lost the plot. We have completely lost the fucking plot. Rick Ross is out here delivering meaningful bars, saying that you're scared of your blackness, and that's why you separate yourself from blackness and you treat yourself like a pop star, not a rap star. Which, if you looked at how Drake was moving after Kendrick lost, after that Kendrick loss, is he wrong? Is he wrong? I mean, folks, where's the lie? Where is it? Oh man, listen, I would like good music any time of the day and any day of the week, but the music has to perform, and that's the real stinker, right? And that's the real sticker, right? The music has to perform, and it has to perform at a level where people want to fucking hear it, right? I think best thing that Drake could do right now is just get in the booth, rap, and put out like a 20 song fucking mixtape, bro. Put it out on SoundCloud. Fuck it. Fuck a dime, fuck a stream, fuck revenue, all right? Just show niggas that you can actually rap. Maybe you do a couple of features with Big Sean so that you're not as secluded and as walled off as niggas think that you are, right? Because listen, bro, the weird little like funky little dances, all right, and everything else that goes into it, it's not entertaining, and honestly, it's kind of off-putting, okay? It's kind of fucking off-putting. But I mean, those are just my thoughts on Iceman. Again, this thing is probably gonna be a fucking dud, but you know, we'll see what happens, right? Maybe he's maybe he's the X-Man, or maybe he's the mafioso, right? We'll see what we can get. But it's me, your boy Cappy Bar. All right, that's all I got for you. All right, there is some other stuff going up today, as always, right? So you guys stay tuned, stay safe, and stay beautiful. Peace.